Hello everyone, welcome to Lilac 2nd grade lesson 6. So today we'll be going over addition using a graph, pennies, nickels, and dimes, and word problems. So for the first part we have addition and subtraction. It's add or subtract. I think that's fairly simple, but maybe not the problems. So let's go into number 1. So for number 1 we have 84 minus 18. To do this kind of problem, you're going to have to make this 4 into a 14 and this 8 into a 7 because you borrow 10 from here to make 14, so you can subtract this. So pretty much 14 minus 8 is 6, and 7 minus 1 is 66. So the answer is 66. So let's do another problem like this, and instead we're going to go with addition because we just did subtraction. So let's go to, let's say, maybe number 5. So 2 and 8 is 10, so you put a 0 in the 1's place, and you add a 1 to the 10th place, because 10 has 10 places. And 1 plus 3 is 4, and then 4 plus 4 is 8. So your final answer would be 80. So that's pretty much what you do for the first part, and so we'll go into our second part. And like last week's using a graph, we'll be going over another graph, and we'll be seeing, instead of, I believe last time it was on favorite colors, we'll be going over favorite animals. So we can see from the graph that our favorite animals here that are presented among the bowl, what? Dogs, cats, elephants, rabbits, and a giraffe. And these are the number of votes that seem to be casted. And so we'll go over question 1. Which animal got the least votes? So pretty much, you just look at which one has the lowest value. We can see 9 is the highest value, while 4 is the lowest. So here, you would write giraffe. And so for number 2, it is how many people like elephants the most. So we would go to our graph and we look for elephants, which is right here. And we just go to the value of votes casted, and that's just 5. So you would write 5 people. And so that's pretty much what you would do. You would just look at the graph, compare maybe the different values between each animal depending on the question. And yeah, so that's all you do for the second portion. And so we go on to another topic, which is called pennies, nickels, and dimes. Write the value of each coin. So what you need to know about pennies is that within the US currency system, pennies are just worth 1 cent. While nickels are worth 5. And the dime is worth 10. So with that kind of knowledge, of course, you can now do more problems based around money. And so because you have the information above, you can count the total amount. So here we can see that there are 1, another 1, and although this may be a different symbol, this is also still a penny because they are both copper. So yeah, because this is just a tail side, so this is also 1. So pretty much you have 3 cents so far. Now you have a dime. Yes, they may look similar, but a dime is the smallest coin in the US currency system, and a nickel is usually bigger. So just if you're confused, just look at the size and you'll be able to tell, because a dime is smaller than a penny. So, but a dime, although it may look small, it is worth more than a penny and a nickel. So a dime is worth 10, and a nickel is worth 5. So pretty much, you would just add all of these up, and you should get 18 cents. So having done that, we will be going on to our word problems now. So let's go to our first one. Grace loves to read. She reads 16 books last month. She read 3 novels, 1 mystery book, 7 history books, and some fairy tales. How many fairy tales did she read? So we already know she read 16 books. She already read 3, 1 mystery, 7 history, and some fairy tales. So we don't know what this is. It's a blank. Now, what you can do is pretty much you can just subtract 16 minus 3 minus 1 minus 7. So you can just do this, this, and this. You can set up your equation like this. So 16 minus 3, that is 13. And then 13 minus 1 is equal to 12. And 12 minus 7 is equal to 5. So you would get 5 here. And in context, you would say 5 fairy tales. So let's go to our third problem. Number 3. Johnny took 18 shirts and 27 sweaters to a dry cleaner. How many pieces of clothing did he take to the dry cleaner? So he has 18 shirts, 27 sweaters, and they're asking for the total pieces of clothing. Because shirts and sweaters, they both account for clothing. And so that would be our blank. You could set up your equation like this. Because they're asking for the total pieces, not just how many more shirts or how many more sweaters or anything like that. So this may look a bit difficult, but it's okay, because what you can do first is add the tens. So that would be 10 plus 20 is equal to 30. 8 plus 7, which is just 15. And then you would just add these two, which is equal to 45. So your final answer would be 45. Or, unit 45 pieces of clothing. Let's go to number 5. So Isabella is reading a fairy tale that is 98 pages long. She has read 29 pages so far. How many pages does Isabella have left to read? So the key word is left, meaning you're looking for the amount that remains. So that means you took away something. And that thing you took away was 29. And there are 98 pages total. So what you would do is put down 98, and you'll subtract 29, and then you would get your unknown, or the amount of pages she has to read. So you could just write pages right here. So to do this, you can just pretty much do, like, you can set it up like the, I guess, activity 1 up here. You can kind of do something similar. So I'm going to set it up like 98 minus 29. And you make the 8 and 18 because you can't do that. It just doesn't work out. And you make the 9 an 8 because you borrow a 10 from it. So that becomes 18 minus 9, which is just 9. And then 8 minus 2 is 6. So you have 69 pages left. That is all for YLOG 2nd grade lesson 6, and I hope you have a great day.